Move back a little bit.
Should go be live. Should be going live.
Is it live?
Yeah, it's live. Hey guys, how's it going? Here we are from Bob's Repair. It's myself, Frederick Prandecki, the CEO. And then we have Alex Prandecki. We have Pavel. We should be going live here in a minute. Just wanted to say hello to everyone.
It says waiting.
It's waiting. It should be live. It should be live. We're just checking here really quickly. Are we live? Yes, we are live. So, guys, here we go again. My name is Frederick Prandecki. I'm the CEO of Bob's Repair. This is my co-founder and also brother, Alexander Prandecki, COO. We have Pavel Rubin. We call him Pashka. He's our blockchain developer. We also have Alain Scover. He's on the line. He's our senior lead developer. And also our CTO is on the line, Brandon Kite. What we're going to do today is we're going to go over the prototype. Brandon, Alain, you want to say anything to these guys?
Hey guys, we just want to welcome you to our live web session, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and we'll be in the chat answering them.
Perfect, perfect. So here, Alex is going to start just going through our web session. So here it is. Alex.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? So we launched our alpha version of Bob's Repair's platform, and the idea behind it was that we could get a working product on testnet. And you could view every single transaction on the Ethereum network. So here it is. We go ahead and we want to remind you that this is just the alpha version. But you can go to prototype.bobsrepair.com, and then you'll see this a little welcome sign, and you can sign up here. And you can see that the purpose of this prototype is to just view transactions on the network and see them get published. And Pavel's going to show you some neat tools about seeing how each milestone is funded and how the Ethereum goes into Bob tokens and into the smart contracts. So we go ahead and we create a new job. You can choose any one of these templates at this stage. So we can go ahead and go with plumbing, for example. We spoke to real contractors for this, so they gave us real prices, and then we accessed our previous jobs that we've done to get some real pricing that we've already been charging.
So guys, so the key thing for us here is we wanted to create a prototype so we can start storing these jobs, storing an escrow, milestones in an escrow service on Ethereum. And here with Pavel, and the team's been working hard. This is just a prototype. So Alex, you can continue going. But if you can see, we have all these different sections here. Alex?
Yeah, so we go ahead and go to plumbing. And for the prototype, since we don't have contractors, thousands of contractors at the second replying to every single test job, because it's a prototype and you're not actually asking for real jobs to be done, we decided to have a pre-filled job description. So at the next stage, you'll be able to actually put in the name and title and send it to the contractor for a real quote. But at this time, this is just a sample job for demo purposes. So we have a job, for example, bathroom remodel, and we're going to create this job. And what happens here is, Pavel, tell us what's exactly going on here.
So here, transaction was published on Etherscan. We can just view this transaction. We can open it in a new tab. We can switch to this new tab. I think it's here. So here we see the contract which was created. We can go to this contract page on Etherscan. We can read smart contract properties. And here we see the title of it. And then we create milestone. We will be able to check the milestones. So now we should go backwards to this prototype.
So this is on testnet. Is this correct?
Let's create milestone.
Yeah, on Coven testnet. So now what we're going to do is separate this job with the contractor into many parts. So we might have repiping, we might have a sink install, toilet install, putting in a shower. It's very popular now to go ahead and replace your bathtub with showers. That seems to be the thing. I personally rather have a bathtub, but it seems to be the thing if you're doing a home remodel and want to raise the value. So we go ahead and create our first milestone. This is again a sample milestone, and the first thing that we'd like to set up with our contractor is to remove the tub. And we're going to find a contractor for it, pay the contractor for it, and we can do it with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, or with dollars, and that all converts into Bob tokens. So, all right. So what happened now? So we went ahead and created the milestone, Pavel.
So we created the milestone, and the transaction for this was published. And now we have to invite contractors, so contractors can propose their prices.
Yeah. So here we go. We go to Etherscan, and you can see that the transaction has been included in the next block. And in a second, we will see it show up here.
And now, guys, the key thing, if you want to ask any questions on YouTube, you have to sign in. So make sure you're signing into the channel, because if you don't sign in, you won't be able to ask any questions.
And if you're a regular user that doesn't want to look at the blockchain or look at Etherscan and check out these transactions in the background, you don't have to. It's actually very simple. You move forward and you invite a contractor. But in case an insurance company or any part of any job supervisor or a future client wants to look at this job, they can check it out and see that it cannot be altered because it's stored permanently. Okay, so we go ahead and invite a contractor now. And once again, let me show you, this is remove the tub. So the average price to remove a tub is, I believe it was around $100. So here we see all of these options, and we see this one had a 98% rating, EULA 97% rating, this guy had 97%, so it's pretty good. Now, you might see some people are trying to charge more. They're charging 114. In some cases, you might see some people trying to charge 200 for the same job. So now you can choose somebody for $49, but the problem is their rating seems to be really bad here. Unless you can find somebody that is charging $46 to remove a tub and has a great rating. I don't think I would personally want to invite them. I'd rather pay a little more for that. So okay, that sounds pretty fair. I actually wouldn't invite them. It's a little steep for me. $85 bucks, $87. We'll go 81. But probably the person that's charging less is going to be very busy, so they might not be the first one to reply. And in case they're busy, maybe we'll choose. Oh, here's another one. 93% of their jobs have been successful. So we invite them to the job.
So what is happening now, Alex? What is going on?
Well, right now we send an SMS to all of these contractors, and this is just a prototype, but they get an SMS. And the first one to reply, here it is. EULA Ward has accepted your job and placed a bid on it. The job has been published on the Ethereum network. So the first person to reply to this SMS, they get an SMS, and in the next feature and next version when the contractors are actually connected, and they get an SMS, and you can they'll receive a photo sent right to their phone and the link to the job, and they can follow that link or reply yes, and they accept the job with a quote. So basically, this first contractor, EULA, accepted this job for $115, and if you want to go ahead and you agree to this price, you can accept it and fund it. And you can choose your payment method. We can go fund it with Bob tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, pay with PayPal or credit card. We're gonna, let's just say that we have some Bob tokens that we've purchased during the main sale. We can do that and go ahead and fund it. It will be about 1,645, about 1,645 for Bob tokens, and at this stage, and it will get funded to the smart contract. Oh, you want to talk about the milestone being funded?
Yeah, so here to fund it, we need to do two transactions actually. One transaction, we confirm that this contractor was accepted, and the second transaction, we transfer the Bob tokens. But here in the prototype, you can see, I think, only one transaction here. So maybe we can show it.
Yeah. So we can see the entire job.
Yeah, we can see the entire job.
Here it goes. Contract.
Yeah, so we go to contract, and we can check the milestone and check its properties.
Right here. So we're going to
go to read smart contract.
By the way, I just wanted to say hi to Gulav. How are you, buddy? I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name, but welcome to our chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us.
Yep, so there's the first milestone, remove the tub. So that's good. Approved, false, done, true. So the milestone's been, that portion's been processed. Now we got the quote from the contractor and we can go ahead and approve and release it if we think that the job has been done. So now the contractor finishes the job and we can go ahead and release the money. And you cannot undo this, obviously. And what happens here in the back end is the smart contract is that these funds actually get released. So right now we cannot locate it yet because the network hasn't picked up the transaction. Now it's picked it up, and those funds will be distributed to the contractor. Pavel, you want to make any comments on this?
Yeah, we can see this transfer right here.
Yeah, right here. 1,645 Bob tokens were sent from here to there, from the smart contract that was holding the money in escrow to the contractor. Okay, so now we can continue building this job. Separate your first job into multiple segments and pay them step by step. And the next milestone might be run a new drain. Another milestone might be install the shower pan. Another one might be replace the shower valve. And we can just keep going and going. Now, when you're done with this, it is like a painted picture, and we did it in the form of a blockchain. You can see exactly what went into building your house. So if you can get really specific, put in the paint type and the number of the color that went into the house, put in all the materials, put in every single piece, then at the end you know exactly how to replace things, where to buy them, and exactly
we do have a question. Maybe I don't know who wants to answer this, but the question is, will the contractor ratings also be backed by blockchain? Pavel, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, I think it will be not now, not on the prototype, but later. I'm sure we will do it. We may use the Steam blockchain for this. So I think, yeah, we sure will do this.
Brandon, would you like to elaborate a little bit on that? Yeah. Brandon, I think we lost him. It's all right. Keep going, Alex.
So basically, the big question that comes into here is how to eliminate the review fraud portion. And we believe that to keep our community safe and away from a lot of fraudulent activity. For example, a plumber will do let's say three jobs a day, 3 small jobs a day, and bigger jobs won't do as many. But for small jobs, he can do 3 jobs a day. So he'd have to have a lot of fraudulent activity to constantly keep his ratings up. And we want to implement identification checks to make sure that their IDs, that their account is associated to an identification and it's in their local area and associated to the job and the review. And then the other big question is, how do you dispute these transactions? And by using using software such as Steam that incorporates many users and gives them rewards for mediating things and making posts, we can go ahead and achieve that way. So we want to incorporate Steam into the review dispute side and reviews themselves as well. So here we go, and we can invite multiple contractors to build our house out. And then in the future, you'll be able to check how well these guys are performing. Everything is being stored on testnet right now as we speak.
And also the key thing for us is SMS API. It's very important that every contractor, no matter where they are, no matter what phone they have, as long as they have a mobile phone, they can receive these jobs. They can connect with the consumer. You know, they can. Everything is going to be stored. You know, their escrow, their milestones, their reviews. So you know, it is very exciting. You know, we currently have contractors using SMS API every day, so we know it works. We know it's needed. Anything else, Alex?
Yeah. We're on track with our development. We'll see how well we do in the next month or two, and update you on the exact
check your phone.
on their exact release or more closer date on when the main platform is going to be released. We're releasing right now a whitelist for contractors, so you can go ahead and go on there and sign up to be the first contractor in your area if we don't already have somebody there. But the goal is to get at least 1,000 contractors here pretty soon that are excited about crypto and getting paid in those ways. And we believe this is going to be a great product for everybody. So we're looking forward to your involvement. If you can send us an email or go on Telegram and send us a suggestion on how to improve our prototype or what you'd like to see, especially if you're a contractor, and we'll integrate it in the next version.
And also, we do have an SMS API prototype, so you can kind of get a feel of how it works. But it just shows you on both ends. So if you text hi to our number, what is the number, Alex? It's 702. Alex, do you have that number?
Yeah, it's right on our website. It is a local number that we set up for the demo purposes. So if you go to our website, click prototype, you'll see the phone number right there. So I think that's a pretty cool prototype, and we're constantly releasing updates. So you'll see the SMS one be updated in the next few days. It's pretty good. At the end of the day, we are going to be the first platform to actually not charge any fees and try to eliminate review fraud. I think Craigslist was the closest to achieving this, but they had a lot of fraudulent activity. If you type in plumbing, you'll get the first 6 pages are just companies posting and flagging small guys. So I think that Craigslist tried to do a good job with their nonprofit, but they lacked a little bit in achieving this. And so here we are, and we're going to go ahead and be that service that you can trust. We don't charge you anything. We don't charge the contractor anything. We don't charge for any advertising. There are no hidden fees. If it's $150, that $150 is going to the contractor, and it's not going to us.
Great. Now, I had a question on Telegram here. Someone just asked me, when are we planning to release our final product? So if you look at our roadmap, we are going to be releasing in Q4. We are on track. We added more staff to our team. Nurgly, we'll be announcing him shortly. So he's working hard. But we are on track. And if you have any questions, then we'll be sending updates. If you look at our Medium post, Todd Conley just wrote another Medium post with an update. So just explaining everything we're doing. We're trying to do once a week, twice a week a post. If you have any questions, please. Here we have someone, Bob's primary source of revenue. We'll use escrow fees. Yeah. So here's a question. What is our primary source of revenue? So we have metadata. So that means we'll be able to provide discounts on goods. So right now we have a partnership with rewards.com, which gives us access to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Bill.com, and 7,000 other merchants. So right now, if a consumer or contractor walks into the store, they get a discount on tools, on furniture. So there's a whole list of things. So if you're on the Bob's Repair platform or ecosystem or family, you get those discounts. That's one way we're going to be getting kickbacks. Another way is...
And another important aspect is that the amount of Bob tokens is finite. There isn't a limited amount of Bob tokens. And in order to set up a job, you have to buy Bob tokens from the pool and fund that smart contract. So if you're building a house, you have to go ahead and separate building that house into many milestones, which is good for you and the contractor, lowers counterparty risk. But you set up that job, and you have to buy those tokens off the market and fund that job. So I think that gives us a pretty good understanding of how that works with the token economics.
Yeah, and then the second way we're going to be making revenue is we're going to be taking 1.5% from the escrow. So any money that goes on the escrow, we as a company get 1.5%. And then also when we built on, go ahead.
Yeah, and that goes towards paying a lot of the fees, the transaction fees that happen here.
Good. And then the last way is the Steam blockchain. By people leaving reviews, are getting rewarded. We also get 15% of that. So if you have any questions, please let us know. We're really excited. We're moving in the right direction. Thank you, guys. And then you can always find us on Telegram. I'm at Bob's Repair. You can find us on Bob Token. So any questions, we have a great mods. They're working nonstop around the clock. So thanks again, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. And if there are any questions, feel free to ask them.